Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of Game of the Month 2. I'm Ultraviolent 4 and we are playing a Gargoyle Earth Elementalist, now of Okawaru. We made it to the temple near the end of the last one. So we're probably heading towards my favorite sort of character, a hybrid-y sort of thing. Most of my experience of playing gargoyles is actually just hitting stuff with weapons, so I don't know. It would be strange not to do any weapon hitting. But we're not training invocations just yet. We're still, at least for the moment, focusing on our magic skills. So we're training a bit of fighting for HP, but then we're training spellcasting, conjurations, and earth magic. The aim is, well, we've got Stone Arrow down to be castable. It's at 7% chance to fail. So we could stop, but 3.8 is not very good. So we get conjurations to 4. But then the main thing that we're going after is bringing LRD down to a castable rate. 36% chance to fail while also giving red miscast is way too high, way too dangerous. But we would like to get that up because that's quite an amazing spell. It's AoE, it's full screen, smite targeted, as long as the thing you're hitting is next to a wall or is bone or something like that. Anyway, so if you're one of the people, and I know there'll be some of you out there who's thinking, Ultra, why did you pick Okawaru? Are you crazy? This is an Earth Elementalist. Your available gods are Sif Muna and Vehumet, the mage gods, obviously. If you feel like that, I have to tell you that you have trapped yourself in a mental prison. The whole idea of quote-unquote pure casters is not something that actually exists in the game. I mean, you can choose to play like that if you want, but you don't have to. You're making your own rule that doesn't exist. So, yep, absolutely nothing wrong with. I mean, you can even switch to just be full melee if you want. Like you can play, for instance, say, I don't know, a Minotaur Fire Elementalist, and you just pick up the first weapon and heavy armor you find, and then, oh no, are you still a Fire Elementalist? Well, I mean, yes, technically, but that's what a background is, right? In Crawl, a background is your starting toolkit. It's not something that locks you into a particular way of playing. You should be flexible with the dungeon. You should play depending on what you find, and also your personal preferences in terms of playstyle. I don't know, maybe you hate spells or something. Maybe then you don't pick an Earth Elementalist, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with picking Okawaru on an Earth Elementalist. And if you think there is, the issue is with you, not me, or the game. Alright, we've got an Orc Wizard here. Of course, that might mean priests, which we're always very cognizant of because we have low HP as a gargoyle, and smite ignores AC, which is sort of our superpower. Alright, skeletons can't come upstairs. We're going to pick a new downstairs anyway. Why is this upstairs? Did we leave something dangerous on this floor? Not that I recall. Oh god. Alright, well I'm gonna go test it out because I don't remember there being anything dangerous up there. And I'm gonna pick a new downstairs. So if there's a priest, we're far away from it. Alright, again, these are undead. So the skeletons can't follow you upstairs, so we're perfectly safe fighting it back there. Oh. Hatch up, we test that again. I'm doing that for my optimal orb run path. It might be up there. Oh, here's some sling bullets. Okay, I haven't been using this sling, but that's because we never found any sling bullets. So I'm going to do Shift Q and then quiver those sling bullets. So now we have a full screen shooty thing. Can we kill an ogre? Probably. We have enough HP to not be in one-shot territory. So what we can do is, this full screen, we can shoot him with the sling. Once he gets in range of stone arrows, which is not quite yet, we can try a couple of those. Alright, we took him down. But if we didn't, and he managed to get adjacent to us, I would have pulled out the Flail of Venom. I would have tried to hit him with it, just to get him poisoned, and then we would have kited back to try to get him to tick out over time. Alright, as soon as I see that Howler Monkey, I want his flesh though, but as soon as he starts making noise, I want to start heading back towards our upstair, because his noise is likely to attract other enemies. We have just seen Duvessa, she has a short sword. How about we attract her with the sling? The thing about Duvessa is that, well, it's true with Doan and Duvessa, so they're a pair, right? The only time they'll come upstairs with you is if they're both adjacent to you. So I find that Duvessa is the better one to kill first. Because if you kill Doan, she goes berserk, and that's way scarier than his level up thing he does. So with just Duvessa here, not Doan, we have a chance to kill her. And with the upstairs, we can just immediately go back upstairs if this doesn't work. I'm just checking her armor. So she's got a plain leather armor. So we have 3 stone arrows. I don't mind just using those. Okay, well, we ran out. So that was maybe the argument for using Sandblast instead. And I'm going to pull out our Flail of Venom. And we'll see if we can take her down. And if not, we'll just go back upstairs. Well, we got her. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now when we see Doan, he's going to go Supernova. You see there, he finds hidden reserves of power. He gets hasted. And he can now throw Icicle, Stone Arrow. And those really hurt. But I still think he's on average much less dangerous than Duvessa is when she's berserk. Now, of course, we have 7 Wand of Acid charges, so if this gets a bit hairy, we can always hit him with that. Which we maybe should do anyway, because this probably is pretty hairy, and we only got 42 HP. He could just hit us with, 2 of Stone Arrow and throw Icicle and just kill us. So I am going to Acid him. And now that he's nearly dead, let's go Stone Blast. Alright, get him. We reach level 8, spellcasting goes to 4, we feel clever, so we got int on our random level up, which is fine. We don't have a spell target for spellcasting, probably will keep that going for a long time. More magic points, more spell points, these are all great. We have 4 spell levels left, we could learn Petrify right now. It's at a 32% chance to fail, which is not great. We don't have any other hexes though. Do we have Brilliance? Not that we know of. I'm half tempted just to learn that, but it's not very usable unless and if we train some transmutations. What does Pathful look like? 4%. I mean, as we train more Earth, it will get better too. I'm gonna wait. Because we might find another book in the meantime, and we don't have Amnesia. So if I preemptively here use all our spell levels to learn Petrify, and then we find, say, some book that has Summon Lightning Spire in it, or something like that, I'm going to be real sad. So I may as well wait until it's at least relevant. That is a Centaur, which we're not too far away from, fortunately. So the play is to stand next to him. Once we're adjacent to the Centaur, he's going to stop shooting the bow and he's going to try to melee us, which is much preferable. And then I'm going with Sandblast. He doesn't have any armor. Fine. What do gargoyles look like with bows? 0 aptitude. Okay. I mean, as with all my characters, I'd probably like to have a shield, so I'm not particularly disposed towards using a bow here. And our sling at the moment is perfectly acceptable for shooting things at range with 0 skill. Quick check on LRD, it's down to 17%, it's dropping. We're sort of running out of stones again. We've got 25. Maybe I should be chilling a little bit. We don't need it. Oh god, okay, so there are 2 orc wizards here, one of which has a wand of disintegration. Can we find out what its chances are to affect us? It doesn't look like it. So if we XV the monster, we can see his hex chances through spells, but not with the wand. Assuming it gets through our AC, the wand of disintegration is really, really scary because, like a smite, it's just going to cut through our AC. It's also kind of dangerous because we only have 2 potions of curing. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I thought maybe I can just pull one of them, but if I were going to shoot one like that with both of them being in vision, of course they were going to notice and then both come at me. Alright, so that was a major misplay here. So we're now slowed and we've got 2 orc wizards coming after us, one of which we know has a wand of disintegration. I'm very tempted to just quaff one of our potions of haste here because that's really scary. And for all we know, so did one of them shout? Yes, both of them shouted. So if there is an orc priest that was with them and just sitting out of range, that might be coming too. So I am going to haste up here. And then we're probably just going to pull out our acid wand. Alright, are you the really scary one? No, so I'm going to sandblast you. But the disintegration guy, I think we acid. We just make sure we kill ASAP. Yeah, see, we got blasted. That one didn't hurt too much, but I don't want to mess around with this. He's nearly dead with -8 AC, and if I manage to hit him with a sandblast, he should just die. So, yeah, cool. Oh, I should not have walked in yet, because there might, as we saw, there might have been orcs who had come to investigate, including there could have been a priest there. Well, we've stolen his disintegration wand, so that's another really good tool. We're feeling pretty good about our position here now, I would say, after some very poor decisions here on D5. Oh. Alright, note that we have reached 1 pip of piety with Okawaru now, so we have access to Heroism. With 0 piety, with 0 invocations, we have 11% chance to fail. That's pretty bad. Do I just really quickly just train 2 points of invo? I think so. So you might be thinking, alright, Heroism doesn't really do much because unless we're actually going to hit stuff with a weapon, like what is it doing? But that's not true. So even if you completely ignore all offense from melee, it still gives you decent defenses. So it's going to give you +5 to your armor and dodging skills, which, well, I don't want to test it because we're going to waste our piety to do it. But that's going to give us a bunch more evasion, which could help us out in a dangerous fight. Here's another wand of disintegration. We've got 33 charges. What's our... Gargoyles apparently are not great at evocations and -1 aptitude. Well, that's fine because I don't like training evocations anyway. So there, we found 19 more stones. Got up to 61. That's good. We must have found another stack that I didn't notice. Here's an ice beast. Okay. Does LRD do extra damage to them? I know, so you can use LRD on monsters here that are made of ice, bone, or wall-like substance. As well as enemies who are turned to stone by petrification. So you can petrify something and then LRD it, but petrified monsters also have increased damage reduction, so I find that doesn't tend to be worth it. You can LRD them, but you do barely any damage. Targets made from rock, stone, ice, or bone will cause a small explosion. It doesn't tell me if they'll take extra damage. Well, for the moment, let's just leave the ice beast. So our failure rate on LRD is 14% chance. If we leave that, we do a bit more of the floor. By the time we come across it, hopefully we've lowered that a little bit more. So it's not in yellow range. Spells that are yellow or red can give you bad miscast effects. And you can die that way. I've seen it happen. Here's a Hep altar. We've still never found any more remove curse scrolls. So there we go. I memed it into reality. Let's go all the way back to our upstairs. I don't want to be changing armors and get caught in the open without any clothes on when a new enemy turns up. So we'll do it up here. So we get to try our weapons, our jewelry, and our armor. I'm going to start with, I guess, the jewelry. If this is faith, do I care? No, it's +2 reflection. So it's a slight bit of shield, but we don't have an actual shield. We have 15 rations. Screw the gourmand. Let's just take the extra shield and reflection. Although this will get a lot better if we can even just find a buckler. Let's go with our rings. Protection from magic. Okay, that would have helped us against the orc wizards. Both for its hexes and the disintegration wand. And then finally, positive energy, so we can remind ourselves to stay positive. Nice little reminder. Alright, the rune short sword is +3 vampiric. Oh, we must have been full already. Vamp on a short blade is not really that great. So Vamp as a brand doesn't give you any extra damage, and the amount that you heal is dependent on how much damage you're doing. So for a relatively low base damage weapon like a short sword, it's not going to do much unless you're stabbing stuff. So if you're a stabber with a vamp weapon, anytime you stab something, you'll heal a boatload of HP. But we're not really doing that. I don't really want to become a petrified stabber. It's a little bit of a meme, but we don't need it. So I think I am going to stick just with the flail of venom. We'll really unload it. We can drop that. Let's also drop our +0 dagger. Or are we? Yeah, we will. I was thinking maybe I'll carry that just in case we find a random brand weapon scroll. But in that case, I'd probably brand weapon my hunting sling. Or we could even do the other flail of protection. Anyway. Oh, right. We didn't actually try the armor. So that's our jewelry. We did the weapon. Let's try this shiny ring mail. +1 in magic resistance. Okay, so we went from no magic resistance to suddenly having 2 pips. Well, I like having this. It's +2 as well. The issue is going to be, how much does this mess with our spells? So, LRD goes back up to 26%. Stone arrow to 7. These are still unpassable 8. These are still white. That's okay. And we just have to train a little bit more for LRD. I think that's acceptable. And if we're really in a pickle and we really need LRD, all we have to do is use Heroism, and the +5 to armor should lower our failure rates. Yes, I'm fine with this. You know what? I'm going to take fighting to 5, and then at that point I think I might even train a little bit more armor. I probably don't need a lot, but just a bit of armor will also just bring that failure rate down as well. And then of course you get +5 on top of that with Ochre, so it's even more value. 3 potions of mutation. I wish you could still play mutation roulette. Once upon a time, if I found 3 mutation potions like this as early as D6, I probably would have just started quaffing them. But I don't think I can afford that now. Inver goes to 1. Yeah, Heroism's dropped from 8 to 4. So with taking this to 2 should be acceptable. It's already acceptable. It's at 3%. Whatever. But it's at 1.3, so we need to get it to 2. A Wand of Ice Blast. Okay. Game really wants me, like every game, to do evocations. I'm just going to read this scroll. We've already found noise and teleportation. It's magic mapping. Is there anything else around? Doesn't look like it. Wow. Let's one-shot that hound. Let's test this hatch. And it looks like it's about time. Wait. What was that hunting thing? That looked like it was glowing. Am I crazy? Oh, it was a +1 hunting sling. +1 hunting sling of freezing. I didn't notice that, but that's just a straight upgrade to our plain one. I'm using =I to change the freezing to A. Alright, cool. So there you go. We just upgraded our 0 skill sling. Look at it go. Very nice. Not that it did, but that potentially could have slowed the adder there. I don't know why I did all those button presses. I could have just done Shift X and then Control E to completely remove that exclusion. Alright, so fighting this guy. Well, LRD went back up to 24 and is red, so I don't really want to find out with LRD here. Oh, I think what I should have done is a disintegration. Yeah, 65% chance to work. Yeah. Well, if we hit him with a stone arrow, here he should die. We failed the first one. Alright, he goes down. For the Sky Beast, actually, I don't know why I don't just fight him. Let's pull out our Flail of Venom. So we have innate our elect. So the elect damage is the most dangerous thing about the Sky Beast, but we don't care about it. Alright, there we go, we got him. That brings our fighting to 5 and our earth magic to 9. So our fighting stops. I think let's train a little bit of armor. We don't have to do a lot. Maybe we'll take it to level 3 and then we might go back to training fighting again. I mean, fighting's always great because more HP is really good. But the other thing is that Heroism, where it gives +5 to your fighting skills, doesn't give you extra HP of fighting. So it is something that you want to train yourself and not try to rely on Oka from. Let's go to a new stair. That seemed a bit sketchy. Oh, hello, Prince Rivet. He has not seen us. I just want to go back up. He's really scary. He's probably fine if we take him more from range and we try to blow him up, say with our wands, but being adjacent to us scares me. Try the third stair. That's better. And he's starving. We're gonna have to eat for the first time this whole game. Just kidding. Eat some cockroaches. This looks like a very frog themed floor. We've seen 2 bullfrogs and Prince Rivet. We're going to be picking int for all our upgrades. Alright. Let's back up. I'm going to grab this monkey, but I'm not going to run up to butcher that one. Because of the noise, I know that there might be more enemies coming. So I don't want to get stuck away from these stairs. Yeah, and here's the reason why, because we just met Harold. He has a wand of Ice Blast. Fortunately, he can't use the Ice Blast wand, but if this were Trunk, he definitely could. So, very scary, very scary Trunk change recently is that enemies can now use Wand of Clouds, Ice Blast wands, and there might be another one, Scattershot, I think. So yeah, can you imagine when your D3, I don't know, Ijib has an Ice Blast wand? That's going to be an absolute nightmare. Because at least with Acid you could try to dodge it, but with Ice Blast you absolutely can't. But anyway, so Harold, very scary. He can Harpoon Shot. With all our MR, it's only a 30% chance to mark us. But he's still extremely dangerous. Oh, and he just netted us. Yeah, I'm gonna and marked us. I'm gonna try to break from the net and just go back upstairs. Alright, he tried to net us again. Oh, he did net us the 3rd time. Alright, well now he's next to us. So let's go up. That really hurts. See, trying to walk away from him, he can harpoon shot you back. So walking away isn't a guarantee of getting away. We have 2 blinking. If necessary, we could blink away, but this is still so dangerous. His anti-magic axe is really bad for us too. Those nets were really unfortunately timed. If we had a teleportation scroll, I think I'd just read that. But otherwise, this is really scary. I could do some combination of a heroism and then say an agility, and then just try to... What would I do? Would I fight him then? Maybe with an acid wand? I don't know how much his max damage is for... his spell, harpoon shot. I can test. Let me just open up a browser here. I can open up my online game. You can't see, but... And then I'll just pull up Beam. Let's find out how much damage Harold can do with that harpoon shot. If my game loads. Come on. There we go. He can do 2d12, so only 24 damage. Okay, so we're not in danger of just being one shot at this point. So he can't do like 40 damage in one go or something with it. Okay, so I'm going to Heroism. Let's see, our evasion is currently 10. Heroism brings it up to 13. We've got 2 Agi. This really, really early Harold is really scary. I think I'm down for just going Agi. Oh yeah, that really hurts. Well, we're in trouble now. Do we have any, say, heal wounds or anything in case we're about to die? No. You can hit for 20 plus the battle axe. Is that... Are we in one-shot range? Hang on, let me ask Beam again. Wait, no, I don't need to ask Beam. I can ask the game. Item. Battle axe. Is it 2 words? No. Base damage 15. So he can do 20 plus 15. Is that right? Yep. So he can do 35 damage with a max damage shot. So he could kill us here. So... Wait, what's the range on harpoon shot? 6. So it's not max range. Hang on, I need to do more things. I need to know before I use one of our precious blinking scrolls. So one of the things that gargoyles get is additional guaranteed damage reduction out of their armor. So I need to know how much we block here. So with a ring mail, we get 39% guaranteed damage reduction. And the way that GDR works is up to half of your AC, which is 15. So we can do 7. So he could still almost kill us. I think he can't quite, even with a max damage. So I can start trying to acid wand him, etc. And then if he hits us for close to max damage, we blinking scroll away. He doesn't have full screen range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on harpoon shot. And then we just walk all the way around and we go back upstairs. Okay, well here we go. If I've miscalculated, I blame the fact that we're playing offline. Okay, we acided him, that's good. He's got a plain ring mail. I think, well, I can't use spells anyway because we've got anti-magic, so never mind. So I think we just keep going with acid. I'm really scared. Alright, he's trying to mark us again, that's fine. We corroded him for a second time. Ice Blast can't miss, but that would be shooting ourselves right here. So I think we keep going acid. Alright, we've got him again. He keeps missing us, which is good. That's the combination of Heroism and our Agi potion. Do I keep going? What's disintegration look like? 30%, that's too low. Ice Blast again, I'd be shooting myself, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I think I just used all our acid charges here. Alright, well he just nailed us. And we're within that thing. What is that thing? Harpoon shot range. And that's not melee. So guaranteed damage reduction does not work against spells. So it's only melee attacks. So the fact that we have GDR doesn't prevent him from doing a 24 damage harpoon shot. So we are going to have to use one of our 2 blinking scrolls here, which is a bit of a shame. Can we ice blast him? If he steps forward one more, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I let him step in range to ice blast, he could hit us with harpoon shot, but he's so close to dying. Surely if I ice blasted him, he'd die, right? Right? Almost certainly, but that would be super embarrassing. If I call for curing here, we've got 3. Curing is a little bit less important for a gargoyle in the early game here. I mean, you still need it for confusion, but we're unlikely to get... Wait, we're immune to poison. Okay, we're never going to get poison. I was going to say we're unlikely to get poison because of our poison, but we literally can never be poisoned. So let's heal a little bit. We're now over 24, so we can't be max harpoon shot to death. And then we'll see if Ice Blast takes him out. Okay, it did. Alright. Oh, well, that was scary as all hell. He netted us there and just kept us there as he walked in. Our Okuwaru is honored by our kill. Our base armor skill gains 2 levels. Our earth magic goes to level 10. Let's have a look. LRD drops to 9% and is yellow, although that's a bit misleading because we still have Heroism up. So that's going to drop. It still is 9%. Yeah. Does Heroism really not do much? I don't know. Well, our armor's at 3.2. That's unacceptable. We need to take it to 4. Alright. And our earth magic. You know what? If we get LRD castable, I think I'll be happy. So let's set a skill target for earth magic for 12. That seems like it should be fine for the moment. And then we can train more of our defenses. So we can get more spell casting for more magic points, and we can do fighting, armor dodging, etc. Alright, let's turn armor back on. We'll get armor to 4, and then we'll do more fighting. Okay, yeah, that was super scary. So this is the earliest that Harold can turn up on D7, I think. He's a really scary enemy. I probably shouldn't have come back to this stair because he marked us there. So the whole floor, well, maybe not the whole floor, but enemies were alerted to our presence. And imagine how much scarier that would have been if Harold could have ice blasted us as well. So when he netted us here, he could have then just stood here, just nailing us with ice blasts over and over again. This guy has an animal skin, so Sandblast should be fine. He doesn't have much AC. Prince River just turned up, so we can go back to Vista. The new book, there you go. As I was saying, well, this one didn't have the lightning spire in it, but we have come across a new book. Corona, Slow, Inner Flame, Portal Projectile, Cause Fear. These spells aren't real exciting. Our Hex's aptitude as a gargoyle is -1. Actually, most of our spell schools are slightly minus. So I'm not super excited about, say, Cause Fear. And the other spells are pretty unexciting just on their own. Yeah, so I think we just don't care much about this book. Here's a new ogre. He has now seen us. Alright, cool. Do quite a bit of damage there with Stone Arrow, as it turns out. Alright, so we get that one net, that's nice. And now we've met Joseph with a Wand of Flame. Alright, another scary unique. He's probably still preferable to be adjacent to, because then he won't shoot you with his sling. But before I do that, I'm going to Heroism again, so that we've got the extra ace, the extra evasion and AC. And then let's check. He's got a ring mail. Checking disintegration, 48% chance. So it's higher than Harold was, but not extremely reliable. I think we start off, I was going to say Iron Shot. I wish we could use Iron Shot in D7. I think we start off Stone Arrowing him, and then if need be, we can finish him off with Ice Blast. But let's take this slow, because he is a very dangerous unique. Zapping the wand. I think he's better off just hitting us than he is shooting wands of flame, TBH. I note that LRD has also dropped to 7%, so it's going to cost a lot of our magic points to do that. But we could LRD him here, but yeah, it will take 5 of our 9 magic points. I think I'd rather just do 3 stone arrows against this one enemy. Missed. We got him. Alright, he drank a potion and is healed. So he probably has at least, or he had at least 1 heal wounds potion. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, because now we're out of magic points. How about I hit him once with our Flail of Venom, so we get some damage over time. Nope. There we go. And I think we just start Ice Blasting him, because he's super dangerous and I don't really want to mess around with him anymore. He just keeps going for the flaming one. Is he cold resistant? He seemed to barely take any damage off that. Well, I'm just going to keep going. Alright. Well, we got a bunch of things out of that. So I'm assuming Okawaru, he was honored again by a kill. Our armor went to 4. Don't tell me it went over. It did. It went to 4.2. Damn it, Oka, stop it. Stop giving me so much skill. Damn it. We're going to have to train more armor. Our spellcasting went to 6. Earth magic to 11. Alright, well, let's take our armor to 5. We're also going to turn our fighting skill back on. It's really annoying. It's fine. Anyway, so the thing I was thinking but didn't say is that the danger of the Ice Blast wand is that it makes a lot of noise. So we know Prince Rivet is around. So potentially all that noise could have brought Rivet to us. And he was over here before, so I kind of don't want to run back there. Did the Howler Monkey make noise already? Yeah, he howled with incredible vigor. Okay, so staying here is just as bad because everything from over there is probably coming too. So I'm just going to run for the stairs. Hopefully Ribbit isn't here. I'm going to say success. Let's go up and heal. Alright, we reached level 10. We made it to 3 pips of piety, so apparently now Okawaru is going to gift us ammunition. Here's Ribbit. he's probably not that dangerous if we're at stairs, because we can just go back up. His whole thing is that he blinks around, although he really hurts, doesn't he? I'm gonna Heroism again. So what I'm gonna do is hit him with, or try to hit him with Venom. Alright, we just killed him. The reason for that is because he blinks around, so you get the damage over time on him with Venom, get him poisoned, and he blinks around, and then as he's just wasting time, he's actually dying. But we didn't need to. Oh, okay. For a second there I thought that was going to be Kirky. I was like, oh my god, Kirky's on D7, but no. It's a vault that has pigs in it. There was a human that we fought before. This might be the first time to break out LRD. We can get a bit of bonus damage here where we hit both hogs. We're going to go the full hog here. So we pick a wall tile here. As you see, it does AoE. And we can hit both of them, and it does very good damage. Let's see if I can get them both with another one. Yes, but I'd have to get myself as well. There we go. Alright, nice. That was pretty good. Pretty good spell. Pretty insane spell. And this is something else that I should have maybe talked about when I was defending my Okawaru pick in the beginning. So, for some magic backgrounds, I'm thinking of Wizard, for example, or maybe Necromancer. Your starting book won't carry you for an extremely long time on its own. So the opposite of that is something like the Fire Elementalist book, where you got pretty much all you need for a very long time. You can get carried on that book alone up until like 3rd rune time. But anyway, Earth Elementalist isn't quite there, but on its own will carry you for a very long time, mostly due to how strong Lee's Rapid Deconstruction is. So, because we already know that, we're not in extreme hurry to get more spells. So we can afford to say not be vehement looking for spells, because we've already got them covered, so we can just pick something random like, say, Okawaru. Or, I don't know, whatever else you wanted to pick. Rue, or I don't know, whatever it is you wanted. Anyway, that's all. There's a priest. We're not as afraid now because we've got 60 HP. And as you see there, we can kill it in 1 LRD. This guy has a +2 flail of protection. Well, that's an upgrade over our +0 flail of protection. So I may as well pick it up, but I still prefer the flail of venom. That's D7 done, let's keep going. On D8 now we can start finding Lair, potentially. What are we training? We've got a little bit more earth magic to go. LRD will be at 4%, which I think will be fine. So yeah, we'll get earth magic to 12, and then we'll start training probably some dodging. How do I feel about stone arrows at 2%? That's fine. I don't like conjurations at 4.2. And why do I have transmutations at 0.7? I'll fix that in a sec. We'll deal with earth magic, and then we'll fix up our skill screen. Alright, there's 5 for armor, and we actually have it at 5.0. Oh, we just got marked. That's fine. We're right near the stairs here. A wyvern. That's quite a scary monster. They hit pretty hard. So it bites for up to 20 damage, and it's fast, so you can't run away from it. But we've got 16 AC right now, and we can get more with Heroism. So I think we just try to fight it. And yeah, look at this, we can 2-shot it. Never mind, we failed. Do I LRD myself? Probably not, that hurts. Alright, we stone arrowed it. I think we can finish this guy with Sandblast. So I'm going to do 1 random 1 to flame. And ogres don't have armor, so Sandblast is perfectly acceptable. I maybe shouldn't have done that. Okay. Right, so we got Earth Magic to 12. Let's fix our other magic things. Let's take Conjurations to 5. And let's train Transmutations to 1. Transmutations helps us a bit with Pass Wall. I mean, not a huge deal, but really the only reason I'm doing this is so that it looks prettier. I mean, maybe it will help us with Petrify. I don't know. Are we going to learn Petrify? We might not. We don't have any hexes. I maybe should learn. I probably should learn Petrify. How are we for spell levels? 11. Okay, we have a lot of spell levels. Let's learn Petrify. Goes to B. I'm going to put it on W or something. I'll put it on E. There we go. E for Petrify. That definitely makes sense. So this will give us a hex if we really need. Say that wyvern that is fast, so we know we can't run from it. We're gonna die. We don't have any teleports as far as... No, we don't have teleports. We've already discovered one. That's a situation when we could petrify it and then walk away. I'm gonna try this random scroll in a second. Vulnerability. Alright, fine. Huh, 120 stones. Alright, we can go super spam happy. Do I want to try this amulet? If it's faith, do I care? I wouldn't love a faith amulet, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's acrobat. How do I feel about acrobat? Would I rather have acrobat or would I rather have reflection? I think I'd rather have acrobat because we didn't have a shield. So just having a random 2 points of shield and reflection is not real exciting. The way that reflection works is you have to actually block the projectile for it to reflect. So with only 2 shield, you're not going to be blocking a lot of stuff anyway. With acrobat, as we're walking around, we're going to have plus 15 evasion, which is pretty sweet. Especially combine that with hitting stuff with a flail of venom and then kiting. It's a pretty strong combination. That was a really quick D8. Alright, on to D9. We'll start D9. We hear the roar of battle. Alright. So this is Bailey. I was going to say ossuary, but that's not right. Bailey. Bailey, I feel pretty good about a Bailey. So I'm going to magic map for it. It's down here. It's got to be it, right? That could be it too, but I'm pretty sure this is the Bailey. That could be it too. So it's probably a couple of shops and then the Bailey. Like this is a vault rather than just being in the open, which is almost certainly going to be the Bailey. So let's run for that. I'm going to hopefully dodge the Ice Beast. Never mind, I didn't dodge it. Got it. There's our 1 transmutations. Let's eat so we're not going in here very hungry. Alright, because we got right there, I think we can afford to rest to get our magic points back before we go in. Alright, indeed. Okay, because there are a couple of Bailey layouts where you have to start fighting immediately. So, if we can, you're better off going in being fully rested. And with that, I think we're going to call it an episode. So if you join me in episode 3, we'll be starting off with this Bailey, and then we'll be looking for our Lair. See you then.